The ability to choose healthy food is a very important skill every consumer should have. There may be numerous types of food and related products available in the market, but the consumers should be aware as to how to choose the healthy options from amongst them so as to get the maximum benefit from their purchased items. However, not all consumers are capable nor knowledgeable about identifying the most healthy food options to choose. Therefore, to help the consumers choose healthy food, a simple color coding system has been developed, and these color codes are depicted on the front label of the food product. This training mainly focuses on these color code systems implemented for beverages and packaged foods, and also to educate on the interpretation of the front of the pack labels with the color codes. Food Act of 1980 was amended in 2016 to include the Food Regulations 2016, which became enforced from 1st August 2016. This regulation introduced the concept of color coding for sugar sweetened beverages to easily indicate the sugar content in the product. There are three main colors, namely red, orange, and green, which indicate high sugar, moderate sugar, and low sugar content of the products, with representative concentrations per 100 milliliters of beverage. The Food Act of 1980 was amended in 2019 with the inclusion of the Food Regulations 2019, which became implemented from 1st January 2021. This regulation mandates the food manufacturers to display the levels of salt, sugar, and fat in the packaged solid and semi-solid food items which they produce or distribute. It is also a color code which should be displayed in the front of the package as a front of pack label and is mandatory for all the food items in the market. Accordingly, there are three colors for coding, namely red, orange, and green, to indicate the high, medium, and low concentration of salt, sugar, and fat content. These interpretations indicate what food items should be avoided, reduced in consumption, and can be consumed in normal amounts based on the front of pack labels. Accordingly, if a food item has at least one red logo out of three logos, it is better to avoid that food item, as the contents have a high risk of leading to non-communicable diseases. If a particular food item has no red logos but has at least one amber logo, this also indicates the presence of a moderate risk of leading to non-communicable diseases. Thus, it is better to minimize the consumption of such food items. Food items with all three logos green in color are the healthiest options which should be promoted for consumption. Here are some of the practical examples of the implementation of the color coding and front pack of labeling.